It's like God gives you just enough. Sometimes he answers prayers in a profound way. He really does. I remember when I wrote one of my two books, and the one time I said, I just want to be on the bottom of the New York Times bestseller list one time, 1 week. And God gave me exactly what I asked for. I was on the bottom of the New York Times bestseller list 1 week. Now I'm praying that I get the condo sold. There's a couple, they're very interested supposedly, and they're thinking about it. Hope they think faster, because I'm getting nervous. I'm still, and you know, a lot of people are giving me advice about the upside down St. Joseph statue. I decided I don't want to talk about it publicly. I think you know what I probably did with regards to the statue, but we'll see. I hope the couple that seems to like it, well, actually, the wife, I think, loved the place. So let's just thank you. If you are so inclined, send a couple prayers our way that we can that I get the condo sold and I get, and it's all part. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay in the Tampa Bay area, but just making some changes, some life decisions, and some big things going on in my life personally that I'm excited about. But I got to get the condo sold, and it's a bad time. Evidently, everybody's telling me, well, it's the people are uncertain, people are worried about their 401k, people are nervous about the tariffs, you know, the 100 days. I don't know. I'm just hoping this couple. My realtor keeps saying, well, they seem to like it. They went back a second time, and the wife especially really liked it. So we'll see. They're thinking. How long do you got to think about it? They went back, what is it today, Tuesday? They went back, I think, Friday or Saturday. But see, I'm impulsive. If I see something I like, I'm all, which is why, you know, I'm not, you know, able to retire yesterday. Because I don't have a bunch of money laying around. I got to work hard. And hopefully I'll be working hard for years to come, and I love it because I get to come to work in a place like this. You know, I've tried to resist the first 100 days hype of the Trump administration only because it's sort of arbitrary. It gives the media a narrative. I can pretty well promise you they wrote their assessment of Trump's first 100 days 101 days ago. There's a predetermined outcome here. Oh, there's the economy and the tariffs and poor little children being deported. Incidentally, can we deal with this narrative that the Democrats and the Trump haters have come up with, that little children who are U.S. citizens by virtue of the fact that they're anchor babies, I guess they were born on American soil, so they're technically U.S. citizens, but the parents are illegals, and the parents get caught in the mass deportation? What are you supposed to do with the 4-year-old child? Even a 4-year-old child who might be sick with cancer, which is heartbreaking. We don't want to be cruel. There should be no cruelty. You know what's cruel? Dragging a child across the border illegally, or coming to this country in order to give birth to a child in hopes that the child will become legal while you've broken the law in the first place. That's cruel. That's cruel. And incidentally, for the record, the administration insists these children who are going back to their native countries with their parents on these deportation flights, that's because that's what the mother requested. What mother wants to leave behind their 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old child? So if the mother broke the law and immigrated here illegally and they are caught and they're sent home, are we supposed to separate the child from the mother? If that happened, you know what they'd be screaming. You know the left and the media would be screeching about families being ripped apart. So instead, the families are staying together and going back to the country where they came from. I don't think normal people object to that. I don't think normal people start screaming that Trump is Adolf Hitler because we're doing that. Let me get Greg Gutfeld's assessment of the first 100 days last night on Fox News Channel.
It is only 100 days, and yet it feels like 1,000. It's because Trump does easily 10 times what any previous president does. It's like you went from a dial-up modem to 5G. It's like I don't have to sit in front of my laptop and wait for something to happen. He says it and it happens. And you're right. He basically pointed to the what do you call it to the stands, the bleachers, and said, "I'm going to hit a home run," and he did that on illegal immigration. He didn't just end it. I mean, he flattened it. Yeah. And by doing that, he exposed that the Democrats have been lying all the time when they were saying their hands were tied. Well, it looks like their hands had blood on them because they let a lot of criminals in that killed people. He also crushed the structural racism of DEI. He fulfilled his promise to get women out of sports, and that was quick. And now you have imposters like Slotkin going, well, it really wasn't an important issue at all. Well, if it wasn't that important, why were you so cowardly and not actually defending the women and the girls who are subject to that travesty? The only thing that's kind of out there's a couple of things. Tariffs, you can't judge that in 100 days. But as predicted, the people that were screaming about the massive drop in the stock market are not saying a word, Harold, about it returning to normal or near normal. And we also have to think about Doge. Are we even close to the goal necessary to prevent economic collapse? No. And everything we just talked about is pointless unless we solve that.
He's so right. Why isn't the media talking about our secure, sealed border? Something that Trump campaigned on for years. And he delivered on that promise. Is border security important to you? Did he not deliver in spades? Of course he did. They don't want to report on that because they know that it upsets their narrative. It disrupts their Orange Man bad. Trump is Adolf Hitler narrative. It's preposterous. Look, I'm going to ask you a simple question. Is there anybody listening to my voice right now or watching me on Salem News Channel that regrets their vote? If you voted for Donald Trump and you regret it, would you call? Is there any such person? I'd like to find out, because that's their narrative. In addition to Trump is Adolf Hitler and Orange Man bad, and the country is, on fire right now because of the first 100 days, they keep saying there's so many of us who regret our vote for Donald Trump. Well, let me open up our phone lines to you. Is there anybody who regrets their vote for Donald Trump on November 5th, 2024? 800-655-MIKE. Let's throw our lines wide open to you here on this Tuesday edition of the Mike Gallagher Show in the Relief Factor Studios. 800-655-6453. Call or text. One number does it all. Give me your reaction to the question, is there anybody a part of this show right now who regrets having voted for Donald J. Trump to be the 47th president of the United States? 800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453. Join us.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.